Now is not the time to be silenced or silent, and it doesn't matter where you are in the true crime arena. You could be a tuber, you could be a voyeur, a vigilante, you could be someone in the community that is walking a corridor with a perpetrator, sharing a bed with a perpetrator. You could be someone whose child is being read to by the same perpetrator who has killed other children. You could have family members relying on being cared for by some random motherfucker. So it's not the time to be silent, and it's spooky in the true crime community because it is easy to get the heebie-jeebies when you talk about true crime and when you feel like you are close and you feel raw and you feel vulnerable and you feel paranoid. And we need to know that we need to keep getting creativity and passion and intellect onto the screen. Crime isn't solved by a one-track mind, and we need to be open and collaborating and collating facts and information to narrow things down, not be narrow in the first place. It's a world we live in now where we really realize how vulnerable we are and how much we need to be able to rely on our fellow man. And, frankly, I want to be walking the street with people that I can trust. I like the scope of human mind and personality, and it's not to say that we should be looking sideways at everybody that's a little bit different to us, but we do need to recognize that perpetrators of all types of crime walk amongst us, and it's often in hindsight that you realize how queer something was. You knew it all along. So it's not to say start just dobbing in every Tom, Dick and Harry, but where there are things that haven't felt right, speak up. It's better to speak up and maybe save more lives or put some scumbag behind bars where they belong than to keep quiet and deal with an aching conscience and to think on things for the rest of your mortal life. What could I have done differently? If only. If only. The more that things are out of the public spotlight, the more comfortable perpetrators get, and that whatever it is inside them, driving them, it becomes so powerful again and they can't say no to it. And if they feel more safe and less seen, they're going to commit another crime. It's tricky. I'm guilty of this. I will say, hey, what about this guy, that guy, this thing? When I should maybe know better because, let's face it, some crimes, let's talk Delphi for a minute. This is a 4-year-old crime where Abigail Williams and Liberty German were brutally murdered in Delphi, Indiana. 4 years. And so there's a lot of information out there, and it's easy for someone that's just discovered this crime to come on and go, hey, flannel shirt guy, is he part of this problem? You know, things like that. So, you know, I urge people, go and find what you can and do your research, you know, maybe before commenting. Look at the Captain, look at TCI, look at Jim Wagner, look at John Kelly, look at True Crime Jesus, look at everybody, whomever, sorry, for all the thousands of people I've missed out there, and, you know, get a good understanding about it. And, you know, we don't just come up with inventions and eureka moments without dreaming and without brainstorming. So we shouldn't cut everybody down either for being curious and interested in a case. You know, there's not one person that has a right to a case or anything like that, you know. And there are channels that are becoming like that, right? And they're dry and they're drab and they are cult-like. Okay, and that's not solving a crime. Okay, yes, I'm all for like fact, and let's have an opinion, and let's pontificate, and let's, you know, think about things based though on facts that we have. Yeah, I mean, we just need to keep cases alive in the public eye. Not everyone's watching YouTube though, but you know, how else can we do it? I'm not sure. I nearly feel like we need people, you know, when big cases occur like the Delphi murders, I think we need groups that go around and talk to schools and talk to hospitals and talk to big institutions and you know, obviously get on local news and things like that, but we need, you know, we need to be very direct. And, you know, I think profiling is very important in the sense of, you know what to look for. It might not be exactly spot on, but, you know, you need to understand what you're looking at when you see certain behaviors. And as I was saying, not, you know, I mean, you know, human beings are interesting in all their coats of many colours, but we need to know what to look for, and we need to speak up when we see something that isn't right, because people are preaching to your children, they're teaching them in school, they are caring for your elderly parents, they're fixing your car, they're pumping your gas, they are shopping at Whole Foods right next to you, they are breathing your air. And if they possibly think they can get away with anything else because that urge is just built up so much, well, they're going to commit another crime. And you need to be brave. You need to be brave because it is scary, especially when you're someone that thinks that they have struck on something in a case and you feel close, you feel raw, you feel vulnerable, you feel paranoid, you feel so many emotions, you know, and you feel like you have to withdraw. But we need to keep going. I can't remember what I've said now. I've tried to record this a few times. It's just been so difficult to say, you know. But, you know, to all the voyeurs and the vigilantes and the passionate people and the, you know, whomever is watching for whatever reason, yeah, we just need not be silent, ever. Oh, this is terrible. Let's cut it there. I'm a bit sick of myself because I've pressed play and stopped so many times. I even brought the king in here to give me some moral support. Take care, everyone, and kia kaha, keep strong and keep going.